Today I have a brand new series that I'm launching for my channel that I'm super excited about. I wanted to do this at the beginning of my channel and then I didn't know how I was going to do it, so I kind of worked out some kinks and now it is here. So you might be wondering while I'm decked out in my Blackhawks attire. Now, one, we're in the Western Conference Finals. I live near Chicago, so I'm a Blackhawks fan, and I figured I would kick off this new series with this kind of Blackhawks inspired thing. So let me explain the series and then I'll explain what we're gonna do today. So the series is gonna be called Make It Mondays. I know, I'm so clever. Make It Mondays. And those are going to be anything from things I find on Pinterest that I'm gonna try out and see if they actually work or if they're a fail. And then also just some other DIYs that I've found that I've liked, that have worked out cute, that I hope you guys could then use in your own homes and lives and things like that. So also help from you guys. If you see something on Pinterest or online or something that you kind of want to see if it works and you're not sure if you want to try it or you want me to try it, definitely let me know. So you can comment below on any Make It Monday videos or also tweet me at Whitney Goodbread. You can take a picture and tag me on Instagram at Whitney Goodbread, or also pin it and tag me Whitney Goodbread on Pinterest. So then I can kind of collect those and do things that you guys like to watch, because really at the end of the day, that's the whole point. I'm here is to make things that you guys like to watch. So now let's get into the first Make It Monday, which is this guy right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a headband that I made March-ish to wear to a Blackhawks game in Chicago. And when I was there, I had a bunch of people ask me where I bought it, where they could get one, and I was like, ooh, I feel kind of cool because I made it. So really, it's super simple. If you can see, it's made out of like felt, craft paint, and a headband, essentially. I mean, if you know how to run a glue gun and you know how to cut, you can make this. So it's a lot of freehand cutting, things like that, but you know, super simple. Not a lot of things that you need to make it. So let's get into it and I can show you how to do it. Right here, Blackhawks headband, first ever Make It Monday. Let's do it.
The first thing that you're going to need are pieces of felt, all the colors of the feathers, and black. Then you're also going to need a black adhesive foam. The next thing you're going to need are 3D fabric paint and all the colors that the feathers are outlined in. Then you need scissors, a glue gun, glue sticks for the glue gun, and a headband in black or whatever color you prefer. Now the first thing you're going to do is get your felt and start cutting out your feathers. So I pretty much just freehanded this, and I'm not a professional cutter, so it turned out fine. So I just put up a logo on my computer of the Hawks logo, so then that way I could just look at it as I cut. See, my lines aren't completely straight, that's fine, you can clean it up in the end. For the sake of time, this is what it looks like when it's done. The green and the orange pieces need to have those little tails. The red does not, the yellow does not, but the little tails you'll notice later, that's why you need those cut out. So once you've cut all those out, you're going to clean up your workspace, and then the next thing you're going to do is break out that 3D craft paint. And I also did these already so they could dry, so these things were plausible, but all you're going to do is look at that logo, outline the way that you do. It's pretty much just the outline of a feather, kind of looks like a football in a sense. You're going to go down the center and all those lines on the outside. Super easy. You're going to let those dry, go on to the red, then you're going to do the yellow, and then you're going to do the orange. Let all those dry, let them dry overnight. Then when you're done the next day, go back into that, and you're going to first lay them out just so you can kind of get a feel of how everything's going to look. You can mess with them that way, just so it kind of looks like the logo. Then you can kind of see those little tails hanging out there. And then the next thing you're going to do is get out your black felt and put it on your black felt. And then you're going to cut out just a normal square around just about the size of your feather logo there. You're going to hook all these to the felt to kind of keep that together on one side, just so your feathers aren't falling apart and they stay set in that little arrangement that you've done. So after you do that, you're going to grab your glue gun and you're going to glue them one piece at a time. Now there's no art to this at all, literally just slop some glue on there like I did. And then you're just going to want to be careful of all the little stringy things that the lovely glue gun gets you. Then you're just going to flip it over and just make sure that you're kind of setting it. There's no set way that these feathers look perfect. Just make sure they're in the right color order, starting with red. And then just like I did before, slap on the glue, get it right about where you think it is, make sure you push it down, and then you can move on to the next one. Really, I'm going to go back through and make sure that all the ends are down correctly, so you don't need to kind of outline the whole thing when you're starting this. You just want to get it stuck in the right spot so you kind of, it looks just like a logo. After you're done with that, you're going to go back through like I said, and make sure everything is stuck before you try to go and cut it apart. So all the tips, all the ends, just kind of go back through, make sure those are glued, and again you're going to want to make sure that you're kind of getting rid of those nasty little stringies. They're kind of like cheese strings, I guess. And then you're going to cut. Literally, it's just like back in kindergarten, just cut the outline. Super fun. Make sure that you're not cutting into the feathers, and try to get as close as you can. If not, you could just get the big chunks on the outside and then go back again and clean it up, whichever's the easiest. But just make sure that you get that black felt that's hanging off kind of out of there. Give it a cut, then it's going to look like that. Super easy so far, like I said. Then you are going to cut out a circle of green and a circle of red, and this is for kind of that circle that holds all the feathers together. Just put some glue on that red piece. Again, get rid of the strings and put that on top of the green. So the red is a smaller circle, green is a bigger circle. Stick that on like that. Then you're going to put glue on the back of the green piece. And then just take the green piece and stick that on there. Like I said, this thing is pretty simple. If you can use a glue gun, you're pretty much good to go. The next thing you're going to do is get out your foam base and do the same thing you did with the black felt. Just cut out another square. But this time you're going to peel off that back of the adhesive and you're going to stick your headband to the adhesive. Now really you just want to make sure that the headband's flat, make sure it's not sitting on its side. And then stick your feathers on there. And then after that, you're going to want to make sure everything's pushed down correctly, looking good. And then I kind of just made sure, but really everything was stuck. If it's not stuck, you can go ahead and use the glue stick. But then you're going to cut again. Lots of cutting, lots of gluing. Like I said, if you can use a glue gun and cut like you're back in first grade, hopefully it looks a little better than when you're in first grade. But if you can go back and cut, go through. Now this is a little trickier because it's so sticky, so you may have to start cutting and then just cut these chunks off like how I did and put the chunks to the side only because it's sticky. Again, get that headband out of the way just so you don't cut that, because if you cut it then it's not really a headband anymore. So you're going to go through, make sure that you're cutting as close as you can. You can do the same thing you did with the felt and kind of fix it up later. But now that everything's cut, I'm going to go back through one more time and see and make sure everything's stuck. This adhesive foam is pretty sticky, so I didn't have to use too much glue, but you want to make sure that the top felt is hooked to the black felt and then is hooked to the sticky felt. But then you're done. You're literally done. You can add some sparkles if you need to, but you're done. You can rock out your Blackhawks and you're good to go.
I told you guys, it was super simple. If you could cut, if you could glue, you're good to go. Now, what I need from you guys is, like I mentioned before, I would love to see if you guys made one of these to help support our Blackhawks in the Western Conference Finals. Like I said, we're up 1-0. We play again on Wednesday, which is the 21st, against the Kings. Hopefully we bring out another win. Hopefully this can, if you guys make these, they can bring some extra luck to us. So take a picture if you make them. I would love to see them. Again, Twitter, Whitney Goodbread, Instagram, Whitney Goodbread, Pinterest, Whitney Goodbread, or search Going Off Script on Facebook and share those that way. I would love to see them. So thanks so much for checking out my first ever Make It Monday. Stay tuned for some other ones. I want to try to do this at least twice a month. Probably not every Monday, but at least 2 to 3 times a month on Mondays, so that we can kind of explore all those Pinterest crafts that you pinned and you never really tried to do. So we can do it all together. Thanks for joining me for my first one for this Blackhawks headband, and I will see you guys next time.